After months of uncertainty, South Korea has cleared a major hurdle by reaching a tariff deal with the United States. At least that's how President Lee Jae-myung put it, and he'll soon be heading to the White House for further talks on investing in the US. We first heard of the breakthrough early Thursday here when US President Trump took to social media to announce the lowering of reciprocal tariffs on South Korea to 15% from the proposed 25% that was set to take effect a day later. The news came soon after South Korea's finance minister and other negotiators had met the American leader. Trump also celebrated that South Korea would be completely open to American products, including cars, trucks, and agricultural goods. Later in the day, the US Commerce Secretary clarified that the tariff rate on South Korean auto imports would also be set at 15% and that South Korea wouldn't be treated any worse than other countries in terms of semiconductors and pharmaceuticals. Seoul's side later insisted that South Korea would be given most favored nation treatment in those sectors. Trump also announced that South Korea will spend $350 billion on US investments selected by himself, as well as purchasing $100 billion of American liquefied natural gas or other energy products. In addition, Trump said Seoul will invest a large sum of money to be revealed within 2 weeks when he welcomes his South Korean counterpart to Washington for their first summit meeting. South Korean officials are viewing the agreement as a net positive for several reasons, including the fact that while the tariff rate lowering aligns with US agreements with the European Union and Japan, Seoul's agreed-upon investment pledge so far is smaller than that of Tokyo's, for instance. Moreover, white rice and beef remain contentious areas, and South Korea has not agreed to further open its markets in those sectors. The president here celebrated that they've eliminated uncertainties in the export environment and created conditions for our companies to compete on equal or superior terms with major countries. He noted South Korea's investment in the US will solidify cooperation in key strategic industries like semiconductors as well as shipbuilding. Regarding shipbuilding, $150 billion will be committed to exclusively supporting the entry of South Korean shipbuilders into the US, he said. South Korea had proposed to make American shipbuilding great again during negotiations, and it extends to the military sphere because we also found out that the two sides' defense chiefs held their first phone call, agreeing to not only strengthen cooperation on North Korea, but also on shipbuilding. The initial response to all this was positive as far as the local economy is concerned. After South Korean stocks opened higher, the Bank of Korea remarked that the tariff deal is indeed expected to reduce related uncertainties, with a brighter outlook for trade and the alliance, and talks planned, at least between Lee Jae-myung and Donald Trump. Perhaps we are finally seeing the return to something like business as usual, or perhaps even better business going forward.